Welcome to Design Domination, where you'll learn to become a better, more business-savvy designer so you can dominate your competition. Do you want to gain a competitive edge over other designers and get better results from your branding and design work? If so, check out my new accessible branding and design course at creative-boost.com and then select courses. Hi, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Colleen Grotzer, and in this episode of Design Domination, I'm pleading for you to stop wondering your worth. Stick around to find out if you're making any of these but excuses and how to break away from them. Many graphic designers constantly wrestle with their worth. You undervalue your expertise and your work. You might even undercut or reduce your pricing to win new work and clients. This is all so detrimental to your freelance business. Listen, if you don't value your work, no one else will. There are a lot of reasons as a graphic designer that you might undervalue your worth. And hey, I did this years ago too, so I get it. You might reason with yourself, but it won't take me long to do it. But I'm new to freelancing and need to build up my client base. But there are better designers out there. But I don't have experience in this industry. But I haven't been doing this type of work very long. But my clients don't have the budget or won't pay more. But the client could just Google how to do it. But I really need the money. Listen, these are all mindset issues. You're creating your own obstacles in your mind. Stop wondering about your worth and break away from these buts. Now let's dive into each one. Okay, the first one is, but it won't take me long to do it. Heck, a client might even say that it won't take you long to do. So therefore, you should do it free or cheaper. But you have to consider how long it took you to be able to do it that quickly in the first place. For example, I've been using InDesign for 20 years. I can format a publication with hundreds of pages in no time. Other designers who don't know the software well would spend 10 times that and maybe even struggle to do things properly. Should I charge less for that? Heck no! On the flip side, if that designer spends more time doing the work, is the work more valuable to the client? Again, heck no. The value of the work is not dependent upon the time it takes you. And when you diminish the value in that manner, that's what you're saying to clients. I'm trading time for money. You also have to think about the time that you're going to spend on responding to emails, creating and sending proofs, logging in if it's a website, invoicing, and so forth. When you, in your mind, justify lowering your rate or your fee because it won't take you long, you're placing the value of your work on time. And when you put the focus on time, clients will too. They will start asking and nitpicking about how much time future work will take you too. Another one I hear is, but I'm new to freelancing and need to build up my client base. Are you in business to just gather clients and projects? Isn't the goal to make money at what you're doing? You don't need tons of clients to be profitable. New to freelancing doesn't necessarily mean new in the field. Why should you charge less just because you're now freelancing instead of working for someone else? In fact, now you have more expenses, so you should be charging more, not less. You've got to pay for your own health insurance, taxes, retirement contributions, liability insurance, and so forth. Plus, another thing to think about is undervaluing your work and undercharging isn't attractive to clients who are expecting to pay for an expert. That will actually turn them off. Trust me, I know from experience. The third but is, but there are better designers out there. Well, yeah, there always are. Designers are always at a different level of experience and expertise from each other at any given time. You just can't go around comparing yourself to other designers all the time. No one just pops out of the womb being an amazing designer. Heck, when I go back and look at some of the projects I did in college, I am absolutely horrified. We all have to start somewhere. Constantly challenging yourself and learning is a way to continually improve. But it's a journey, not a destination. Your role is to give clients your best at that point in time. It's not a promise to the client that you are the best of the best. Don't feel guilty about getting better in the future. I actually saw this brought up in a Facebook group recently. A designer was wondering if they should go back and redo work they've done for clients in the past because the designer was not happy looking back at that work. The client hadn't said anything about it. But the answer to that is absolutely not. You're not offering insurance of your current design work based upon the quality of your future design work and skill level. As you get better, though, definitely remember to charge more. But what you do now, what you charge now, is all based on your current situation and the client's needs. Graphic design is a business, remember. You've got to make sure you're profitable. If you're always worrying about the art of it, you won't get very far. It's not about creating personal art pieces. If the client likes your work and it helps them, that's what matters. Check your ego at the door. Charge appropriately, do the work, move on to the next project, and keep improving. But number 4 is, but I don't have experience in this industry. Not charging enough or discounting your work to get into a new industry? Just because you're trying to get into a new industry doesn't mean you aren't applying what you already know and that you can't help your clients. You might spend more time learning about that industry, sure, but it doesn't mean your work isn't as valuable now. But I haven't been doing this type of work very long. Let's say you haven't been doing a certain type of work very long, like publication design. Maybe you're great at it, though, and you've been able to get amazing results for your clients. A client might say they're considering a designer with 10 years of experience in that same type of work, so why are your fees more than theirs? Let me just tell you, I get files all the time from art directors and creative directors who have been using InDesign and doing page layout for 20-some years. I get their files. The design is nice, sure. But 99% of them don't have any idea how to properly use the software. So my point is, your, let's say, 2 years of experience with something might be better than someone else's 10 years of experience doing something. I still see web designers building websites that aren't responsive. Just because someone's been doing something a long time doesn't mean they're doing it the right way. Let's look at another objection I hear from designers. But my clients don't have the budget or won't pay more. Clients won't pay more when they don't understand the value. That value is based on several factors, okay? The level of experience that's needed for the project, the results they will get from the work, the tools required for the job, which they may not even have, like software, the time investment that is needed, and convenience to them by not having to do it themselves. So if a client balks at your price, it doesn't mean there is something wrong with your pricing or the value of what you're offering. It either means they are looking for cheap or they don't understand all that's involved, which is often the case. And it's your job to educate them. For example, let's say you tell a prospect their new website will cost $2,500. And they balk and say, that seems really high. And you then ask what they think a new website should cost. They say they expected it to be around $500, which is like 1/5 of your pricing. You could tell them, okay, well, you could do it yourself. You'll just need to find hosting, a good theme, change some code, add some graphics, optimize your page content for search engines, add some forms and connect them to your email service provider, purchase some plugins. Once you're done, you'll need to set up backups, change over the name servers, and maybe move email. And they might say, okay, I think I can Google that and figure it out. But you said I would need to find hosting and purchase some plugins? Yes, you say. One of them will cost you $200 a year. Another will cost you $100 a year. And then there's the cost of hosting, which you'll pay more for because you'd have to have your own account and not be on my plan. Oh, and don't forget, it will take you several weeks to create the site, so you might miss out on some sales in the process. And you'll probably get behind in your other job duties while focusing on the website build. And so their response? Oh, I see. You know, now that I think about it, I'd like you to do the work for the fee that you proposed. Think about this in terms of food and cars. Okay, you could buy cheap food or cheap cars. Or you could spend more than a year's or several years' salary on a car. There are people buying fast food, and there are people hiring private chefs. There are people buying commuter cars, and people buying Ferraris. Why do they buy fast food? Because they're on the go and they don't have time. It's all about the convenience. Why do they hire a private chef? Because they want a unique, intimate, and memorable dining experience. Why do they buy a commuter car? Because they've got to get back and forth to work and they don't want to spend a lot of money on gas. Why do they buy a Ferrari? They want to look cool. They want to have a car most people don't have. They want to show off. They want to be envied. They want attention. Any or all of these reasons. People find ways to buy what they want to buy. It's what's driving their reason for buying, what it will do for them. But they have to see the value in it. Okay, number 7. But the client could Google how to do it. Oh, I hear this all the time too. Yeah, they could, like I mentioned in the previous example. But how much time are they willing to spend on trying to figure out how to do the project themselves? How much time will that take them away from other things that they need to do, or rather spend their time on? Maybe they don't want to do it themselves. Just because someone can do something themselves doesn't mean they want to. So don't make up a client's mind for them. If they've already come to you for help, demonstrate how you can serve them. Don't put up an obstacle in your mind because you can create a bunch of different reasons in your head why they should pay less. And the last one is, but I really need the money. Going back to what I said about lowballing or reducing your fees to get work, cheap is not what good clients are looking for. When you go that route, you actually alienate good clients and you attract tire kickers. You also say, my price is open to negotiation. So what's your worth? The next time you price a job and are questioning your worth, please keep in mind these points. Because prospects are looking to you for confidence. They're looking for you to be the expert with the solution. And if you're a doormat, and hey, I've acted this way myself in the past, then they will have their way with you. Ask yourself why clients hire you. If you don't know, ask them. They might say, it's your experience in their industry, your skill set or specialized expertise, your eagle eye for detail, your personality, work ethic, responsiveness, genuine interest in their business or their cause, or the accuracy of your work. Don't downplay any of these factors and stop making up stories in your mind that clients only want cheap work. Remember, if you don't value your expertise, which for many designers comes down to how they value themselves, then no one else will. Know your worth and own it. Be confident about it. Don't ever make apologies for it. For more on this topic, please check out episode 75, Squash Self-Doubt and Own Your Expertise, as well as episode 42 with Blair Enns, Power Positioning and Pricing. And if you'd like one-on-one help, inquire about a mentoring session with me at creative-boost.com/mentoring. Do you want to get more respect and command higher rates? I can help you go from order taker to expert through mentoring, my free guides, and premium resources such as my brand style guide builder, brand identity builder, and my website accessibility course. You can find out more at creative-boost.com. You can also join me and other creatives in the Design Domination Facebook group.